Welcome to the Eduleadership Show. I'm your host, Justin Bader, and in this episode for August 9th, 2025, we're going to start by talking about something good. Students at an elementary school in Lowell, Massachusetts worked together to redesign their playground as part of a project-based learning unit. And what I love about stories like this, you can see the whole process on their Facebook page, the work that the teachers did. What I love about things like this is that students get to see the impact of their work, and it gets to benefit them as well as benefit their school for the long term. And often with projects like this, people think of gardens. Abbott Elementary has a garden project that's ongoing. And I think that type of thing ends up being a lot of work and being a lot less attractive and a lot less fun than people anticipate. But I just really appreciate the details of this project and how students work together to design their playground so that it could be enjoyed by all. So you can check that out on the Lowell Public Schools Facebook page. Then up next, I have something for you to think about. I've been seeing a lot lately about college and career planning, career readiness, different types of post-secondary planning. It seems to me that about 25 states require schools to help students develop individual plans for college and career readiness. And I think there's something here that's good, but I think there's also something that we need to be thoughtful about when it comes to responsibilities like this being placed on schools. And certainly it's logical to say, okay, well, a lot of our students are going to be going to college. All of our students are going to have to do something after high school. So, of course, schools should engage students in a process of planning for their life after secondary school. I think there's a certain logic to that, but I think we have to be careful about things that are logical and not make the leap from saying, well, this just makes sense into saying, yes, this is actually possible. I think before we say schools should do something, we should make sure that they actually can. And I think there are some very real limitations on our ability to engage students in post-secondary planning. And part of the responsibility here that I think we can take good responsibility for is we can ensure that all students have the knowledge and skills that they're supposed to have, right? We have certain things that we're supposed to teach, certain places that we're supposed to get students in terms of their learning. And I think we've got to stay focused on that mission. I think what is less certain that we really need to be thoughtful about is, can we actually prepare students for specific career pathways, for specific interests? What jobs will exist in the future? I mean, part of the rationale for education is that we don't know those things. We don't control those things. And there will be jobs in the future that we can't prepare students for directly now because we don't know about them. They may not exist yet. They may not exist for a long time. And I think that makes it always worth revisiting those questions of, what do we want all students to know and be able to do? What should we be teaching? And if we get too specific with career preparation, we can end up doing some things that don't serve students well. So let me know what you think about this issue. I think there are some good things we can do and some less helpful things that we can do as far as career preparation and helping students choose a pathway. I'm not sure we should be helping students commit to a specific career track or a specific job, but I do know that we should dedicate ourselves to helping students develop the knowledge and skills that they will need. But let me know what you think. Up next, I want to talk about an episode of Principal Center Radio that has really held up over time. And it was an interview I did a while back with Charlotte Danielson. Now, Charlotte Danielson is widely known as the creator of the most popular teacher evaluation framework. Now, I say most popular because it is required by law in many states. It's not always popular with teachers because it's not always used in the best way. But I have to say, having worked with Ms. Danielson in Seattle as a principal, she came out and worked with us, having seen her speak many times, I have to say, her ideas are solid and her heart is in the right place. And if you want to know what Charlotte Danielson is really all about, I want to encourage you to check out this book that we talked about on Principal Center Radio. The book is entitled Talk About Teaching, Leading Professional Conversations. It's not about teacher evaluation at all. It's about how professional conversations help teachers grow. And it really informed my thinking as I worked on different materials. And you'll see some of that thinking in my book on classroom walkthroughs. Now we're talking 21 Days to High Performance Instructional Leadership. And conversation really is at the heart of that approach. And what you'll find is not a part of that approach is forms. This is really a process of interacting as professionals on a human level, not about filling out forms, not about rating, not about compliance, but really about growth through professional conversation. Dr. Danielson's work, Charlotte Danielson's work, also informed the design of our repertoire app, which I put together starting about 10 years ago. And I really wanted that not to be a form-based app, but to be an app that would make your job easier as you document practice, as you look for evidence of practice that's aligned with those evaluation criteria, whether you use Danielson's system or someone else's, and as you ultimately have conversations with teachers that change their practice. So if you would like to do a free trial of Repertoire, no credit card is required. You can go to principalcenter.com/repertoire and sign up. Lastly, I wanted to share this video about how good teachers are and what it means to just be a good person as a teacher. I don't know if this is a true story. I'm going to take it at face value, but probably many people have experienced something like this. This is from creator Taylor Watson.
At the end of first grade, our teacher was like, okay, everybody who wants to stay behind with me, put their hands up. And we all put our hands up because everybody loved her. And she picked one kid who got to stay behind with her, and the rest of us went to second grade, and he stayed with her for another year. And it took me until adulthood to look back and realize that that kid had just been held back, and that was her smooth way of making it seem like a win instead of making him feel bad about it.
Isn't that incredible? The saving of face, the grace, the smoothness that this teacher used to make sure that a student who was going to be held back didn't feel bad about it and wasn't singled out. I think that's just a great way to build culture and to honor students and to make everybody excited about their learning. That's it for this episode of the Eduleadership Show. I'm Justin Bader, and if you have something that you would like to see here on the show, whether you have something you'd like to share, some content you'd like me to feature or comment on, or an issue or a question you'd like to ask about, let me know.